right. Oh, good news. Doggone it. Okay. Put those over there. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the phone show. Nice to see you. What I am working on right now is I'm working on this Hammerhead Corvette. And I started to paint this, but I think I need to put some armor on this down here before I do any more with this. And that means, what do I want to do with this? Armor. Yeah, I'm going to put armor on it. That can be copper. That's all right. This can be black. Hi, Dynamax. Welcome to the show. All righty. I have lots of little pieces here that I can make armor out of. Okay, now I've been working on the engines, and I really kind of messed up on this. I started painting the engines gold, as you all know. Well, the front of this is copper and black, and I wanted copper and black. I don't know how I ended up going with gold and green. Yeah, this is what I ended up with, and I don't want that now. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to fix all this. But we shall see. It might be such a thing that it was so battle damaged before it hit the other Star Destroyer that they went ahead and had to take other parts off other ships and put it on it to get it to go. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Hi, Joy. Howdy, Rocket. GJ. Welcome, you guys. Nice to see you all. Thanks for coming to another episode of the phone show. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Now that's 5 layers, 1/4 inch, I believe. Let's move this over here. Where'd my ruler go? It's supposed to be right there. Now, I think that is 3/10. 3/10 or 1/4. Yeah, a little over 1/4. Okay, so I got 5 layers right here. This is more accent stuff for the Hammerhead's front part. I've got to build the ear guns. I've got to finish these off so I can get them all painted. Well, one of the things I have to do is I have to put this piece on here. Then I got to put these side pieces on it to square up this, so you can also turn it with this. This will also be the part that turns the ear guns. Hey, Eddie, where might I find a new battery for this Dremel? And is that even a possibility?
I have to look and see what model it is, because some of those have an internal removal. You should be able to remove batteries. Is there a removal on the back, like a clip?
Oh, no, hell no. You got to take the thing apart.
I'll look it up for you after the show.
Okay. What do you need off of this?
What do you mean, what do I need?
Yeah, what do you need to look it up? Or can I look it up, or whatever it is?
What model is
It
it?
is a, I don't know what model it is. It's got a QR code on the side of it. Listed US listed tool 7P37. Mount Prospect, Illinois, Dremel Company. Doesn't have a model number on it.
5700 or multi-pro 7.2.
I don't. It doesn't say any of that on there.
Okay, 'cause you can get a replacement battery.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a 7.2.
All right. So now that I got that there, I know that's going to be about the right size of that. So now I need to measure this. Okay. So now what we're doing here is I'm going to here, and now I am going to measure that as 3/4 of an inch, and that has a fin on it, so it sticks out a little bit on each side. 7/8. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 of these pieces 7/8. And this is just simple layout work, you guys, when you're doing stuff like this. Just simple layout. Just make sure you got your numbers close to what you want. Cut your piece out. Now this is going to set on here like this. And 7/8. It's like this wide. All right, I don't have to worry about that. So basically, that's what it is right there. And I'm going to measure that just like that. That's roughly where I want it. So now we cut that, and we make a couple more of these.
These days it's cheaper to purchase a brand new whatever than trying to repair or replace parts.
I know, that's ridiculous. And you're right. They want you to buy new instead of replacing it. And they've removed the ability for most people to fix their things. Because the deal is, if you fix it, it means you can fix others. I used to, there for a while back, a few years ago, I used to repair electronics, like printers and things like that, because they were actually super easy to do. You just had to be able to pop them apart so you could get to the parts that needed to be replaced. That was hard, but once I figured the tricks out to be able to open those things up, it became very easy. All right. Hey, everybody. Could you all put up some likes? I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you for sharing me with others, everybody, and for coming to this Nutso phone show. Thank you for enjoying all the things that you do about the show and helping us by sending in donations and sharing us with other people. And just so you all know, I'm actually on YouTube TV. You can watch me on your big screen if you wish.
GJ says washing machines are the worst. You get error codes that can be many different things. Basically, they want you to supply the whole circuit board.
Yes, they do. And GJ is absolutely correct on that. All right, so I need to get this to stick together for a little bit, and I don't have time to hold it. So you just take this pieces here, because they will separate if you don't keep pressure on them. All right, and I take one of these little bitty clamps like this one, and I just put it on there like that. And that will dry in about 15 minutes to where I can take it out of there. Now these are this size right here. Need to make some more of these. And I think what we got here is, oh, that is just over a quarter. That's a quarter. Yep. All right. And I'm using the long edge of this. That way I get more material use out of it. I don't like to waste stuff still, you guys. I still, waste not, want not was the way I was raised. And I absolutely will take a large piece of chipboard and I will keep cutting it down into smaller pieces of chipboard until I can throw the little pieces away, like this one, garbage. Oh, seriously? It made it that wide? Aw.
Rocket said you guys use toilet paper?
Yeah, we do, Rocket. Absolutely. Eddie might not, but I do. And that's just an inside joke for me and Eddie. All right, now these, I believe there was 4 or 5 layers of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers to get this built up the way I want it. All right. Say, everybody, I know that you're probably going to be excited. When I am done with this Hammerhead Corvette, which isn't too much longer, at least a month, maybe 2. But when I'm done with the Hammerhead, I'm going to be starting the Titanic build. And I know some of you have been waiting 5 years for that. But I promised everybody that in 2026 I'd be building the Titanic. And we did a poll, and the Titanic won over Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. And so it looks like maybe I'll have to do Pacific Rim later, because I've already been thinking about different things that I want to build this year. The Titanic is the first. It will take probably 6 months to build it. What, Eddie?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Mike.
Okay. Anyway.
Santos says Happy New Year and all my love and support, Mike.
Thank you, Santos. Awesome news. Thank you very much. So, when I'm done with the Hammerhead, I start the Titanic. When the Titanic is done, now I'm telling you, this Titanic is going to take 6 months to build it. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to do it in less time. The Black Pearl took 6 months. I figured it'd take 3. So I'm going to add 6 months onto the Titanic just because I'm probably going to take that long. So what I've got going on here is, after the Titanic, what to build. I've been asked about heavy equipment for a lot of years. And so I think what I'm going to do after the Titanic is I'm going to build a track hoe. And with a little bit of luck, or engineering as it is, I should be able to make the track hoe actually run. So That means I got to go to the toy show and try to find me or find somebody that's got a working RC chassis that I can take it apart and I can build
You got some questions, Mike.
the Traco. What are the questions, Eddie?
Janto says they're a huge fan of your work, and Rusty says, is this something you can learn from a book or just from 1,000,000 hours of practice?
Well, it doesn't take 1,000,000 hours of practice. There are no books. You have to come to my show. If you get a bronze membership, which is $2.98 a month, you can go look at my tutorials on the micro machines and learn how to do this. I have been building now for 16 years? 17 years.
16, Mike.
Huh?
16.
This is the new year.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to change that then.
Yeah, it's 17 years. I got over 25,000 hours build time. And I can make, if you go look at my videos, you can see what are the amazing things I can make. I can make everything. And so, building a track hoe, yes, I'm going to be able to do that.
I have this be part of it. To be honest, it's amazing work. I'm going to let them, give them I have a new member, Mike.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you guys for joining the phone show and becoming members. We're trying to get to 100K followers. We're very close. And so, now I need to just do this. Let's put this on here. Now I want these things to match up pretty good. So one is the left side and one is the right side. And so I should be able to just nip those off of both of them at the same time, and they will be very accurate. Okay, so is there anything else that I need to do with them? There is not. Okay, now what I'm doing is these ear guns, these are fiber optics inside of here. All right, and so when this is plugged into power, they light up. Now, this is the power cords right here. I can't light it up yet because I have to get the engines fired up, and the engines, the engines also are lit up.
Mike, ask everybody to please smash the likes. You only got 31 likes.
Hey, everybody, could you double tap the screen and get the likes up for us? Thank you very much for that. I think that's too big. Doggone it. Here I made these, and I think I made them too big. They shouldn't be sticking out that far. But this stuff is really easy to fix. It's paper. So I just trim that off a little bit like so. And then I go over here and I trim this one off to match it so that they're symmetrical. All right, now I should leave them square in the back instead of changing that. Let that be in, no, it don't look right. Okay, so I got to trim that off too. All right, got those taken off. Now, uh-oh, not quite right. That's all right. We just take a little bit of this off this way. Once you get down to a certain size, it's too hard to trim a piece. So it's best to just sand it off. And what this is doing is this is matching up the port and starboard side ear guns very, very nicely. Okay, so that is the back of that. That's the front of that. I want to round this off. Okay, and I want to round that one off. All right, I like that better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here. And the easy thing about this is it's Elmer's glue. PVA glue, same thing. And it works exceedingly well with paper. I've had a lot of people ask me why I don't use super glue. Super glue is too expensive to use. That's all there is to it. Too expensive. Does not work well with paper.
No, I gotta go get Ruby. Right now.
Okay. No whining on the show, Eddie. And all I have to do is make sure these are reasonably close to exactly lined up together, because one is port side, one is starboard side.
Rocket said it's like $10 a bottle there, a 20 ml bottle.
20 mil bottle for what? Super glue?
Yeah.
Yeah. This stuff is $1. I buy it by the gallon. A gallon cost me $10 and lasts me like 5 years. Now that looks like that's almost done, and it is. But there's still a little piece I have to put on here. I got to change the angle of this like that. Okay, so let's make a mark on this right there. Now this is heavier gauge chipboard, so it looks a little different than everything else that I'm using, and it is. All right, I did not need that much. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down again. They're right there. Now, once I get this to the size I want, then I'll just go ahead and I will make 4 of them. That's too small, almost. Oh, well. This is very close. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that looks good. Now, there's a couple of things that I do. A lot of people don't understand this, but woodworkers do. I bevel this edge. And I bevel this edge. That way they fit together seamlessly with this part. Now, once you get down so small, you can't do this with your fingers. You have to do it with a ruler. But see what that bevel does is that lets that go on there just like that. Okay, that needs to be angle cut. Not much, just a teeny tiny bit off of there like that. And now what this is this works just like that. There is a finished piece, ready to go on. Now what all this is going to do is, this is going to allow you to take the ear guns and turn them. Because it'll give you...
They should invite you to do demonstrations at school if you haven't done stuff like that already.
What's that now?
They should invite you to do demonstrations at schools if you haven't done stuff like that already.
I have not done anything like that already, and that is a really good idea. But, I don't know. Schools are different today. I don't know. They're pretty much teaching a lot of CGI stuff in school. So I don't know if they'll ever take me on as teaching. But this is a very economical hobby.
You want to show something, Mike, when you're done with that? I know you got your hands full of glue.
No, I'm good. Hey everybody. I'd like to show you something I built. This is a dragonfly. These are iris petals, flowers. dried and glued onto paper. And then they're glued onto a wireframe, which gives them their shape of whatever shape you want. You want to make butterflies? Not a problem. You want to make a regular old housefly? Not a problem. I like dragonflies myself, so I built one. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm working on swords as well. This is Michonne's katana from The Walking Dead. Very cool build. I liked making this a lot. I made 5 of these. 4 of them are around the world right now, except the number 1. I have it. And this is Negan's bat, Lucille. All right. I like The Walking Dead. I built 2 things for The Walking Dead. Now, this is Sting from Lord of the Rings. I haven't finished them yet, but I have them. They are in the works. Maybe you like Doctor Who. I built 13 TARDISes. They are all over the world, all 13 of them. I have none. This is Dalek. I made 5 of them. I kept the number 1. It's the prototype. I also built 5 K9s. Those are everywhere. And I built 10 sonic screwdrivers modeled after a Mark III. And inside this barrel, it tells you the date and time, my signature, and the number it is. And so that is some of the cool things you can do. You might like... I want to see Stranger Things. I have not watched it. I made this because of this die-cast A-wing I got right here. This is 3 inches. This one is 9 inches. I times every measurement on this 3 times, got this.
Hey, Mike, clarify with everybody and let them know that this is actually paper.
See this? All right. I build with recycled paper. This Hammerhead Corvette is all made from paper. Now, I don't know if I can show you. I probably can. I got a battery right here. Okay, just a second. I'll show you what this looks like lit up. I'm using LEDs and fiber optics. These ear guns, fiber optically lit, and you can turn them. That's why they're on turrets. Landing gear down there. There's the lights. The red, the blue, and the green, these 3 up front, those were scavenged out of an old toy. The orange and the white are LEDs that I bought. But anyway, this is the cool things that you can do with lights. Now, I'll show you one more. This is the engine compartment. This is it right here. Now, the grill work on these engines is an old, what was it? It was an old heater, a little tiny heater that I had under my desk. Now, when all this is put together, it's going to be one light.
Sam's going to share this with his wife and sons. They're going to love this.
Oh, thanks, Sam. Thank you very much. That's so cool. Okay. Oh, put this back down. All right, you guys. So all of this is recycled paper. Yeah, everything I use. It's chipboard. All right. Now you can look this chipboard up. And it's not particle board like building houses. It's chipboard. There's a difference.
I like technology, but I can't survive without it. Basically, all I need is hot water and shelter.
Yeah, basic needs. Once you get down to absolute basics, water and shelter is important because especially like in the Northwest, if you get wet and cold, you will not survive the night. The difference between chipboard and cardboard. Chipboard is malleable. All right, this is chipboard. All right, you can do that. You can't do that with cardboard. Cardboard breaks. It's corrugated, it's too thick, it won't work. Chipboard comes in your house, you eat the food, you get the building materials left over. You can recycle them, throw them away. I like to build stuff with them. Doesn't matter. This stuff is fantastic building material. Here, I'll show you probably one of the coolest pieces I got. Let's turn this a little bit more. Let's get that back up on there. Oh, wait, no. Howdy, Paper Army. This is my Star Destroyer. All right, this was 11,390 pieces of awesome. And anyway, it took me 536 hours to build this. It's starting to patina because of touching it and getting the oils off my hands into the acrylic paint. But this is an amazing build. Just absolutely amazing. It only weighs 3.5 pounds. It's hollow.
I love that, Mike.
Absolutely beautiful build, everybody. There is an Easter egg hiding on this. And what it tells you is, it tells you that this is Darth Vader's Devastator Star Destroyer. The one that caught Princess Leia? Yeah, this is it. So, amazing quality this. And I'll show you something right now. For all you youngsters that think this is a Lego, you are not going to do that with your Lego. They explode and then have fun trying to put it back together. Okay, you guys. That is the amazing stuff you can build with recycled paper. I didn't know. 17 years ago, I did not know this was possible. I started with this piece right here. I made this little Millennium Falcon to play an RPG. Now, the guys blew it up in the game, and so they had to patch it. They called it Patch when they got back. And they made enough money on their archaeological dig that they made another one. And that was it. And then I didn't like that one because it wasn't very good either. So I made another one. And I kept making Falcons until I got this one. This one turned out really good. I got to fix the... Well, I don't have to fix nothing. They broke that off when he's blowing up the Death Star. Welcome, Papua New Guinea. I also have a micro Star Destroyer. I made those engines by forming toilet paper and Elmer's glue around a Sharpie. Now, I played with all of these. I was the GM of the Star Wars game, and I played with all them micro machines. We had a blast with this stuff. I enjoyed it very much.
Beautiful build.
They are very cool, everybody. And this is the amazing stuff you can do with paper. I use staples to make the joints for this little micro AT-AT. I use staples and micro wire and stuff to do the bottom section of Jabba's sail barge. Yeah.
Mama said she got this video from her husband and introduced you to her. She loves it.
Oh, that's fantastic news. All right, you guys. That's the amazing stuff that you can do with paper. I prove it every single day on this show. Thank you all for joining and for putting up likes. Okay. Hey, everybody. We do a Backstage pass. anybody that would like to meet the mods, myself, and have a voice here on the phone show, all you have to do is clear it with the crew, and that would be Eddie, Miranda, Honey Bunny, Derek, etc. And you can come into a backstage pass and meet everybody, and people will be able to listen to you on the show. And that's something we've been doing for a while. Well, we got away from it for a tiny bit, but we're back to doing backstage passes again if anybody would like to come in and meet everybody.
I gave him the Zoom. I gave him the email address, Mike. Just tell him to respond to it so we can send him an invite.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure he will. And so that's all it is. We get your email address so we can put you in the Zoom meeting. And then you come to Zoom, you get to meet everybody, and you get to be on the show. So thank you all for showing interest in that. There's that piece.
That's amazing talent, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been able to build things my whole life. And for some reason, number one has given me the ability to do things like this. And that goes on there just like that. That completes this ear gun.
Hey, Mike, you want to show something?
Yeah, absolutely. Say, everybody, if you, a lot of folks like Warhammer. I'd like to play Warhammer. I don't know how, but I built a paper army tank to play Warhammer with. It's right here.
Mike, do you have an interest in origami too? Is there any crossover with the techniques?
There is no crossover with origami. None. Zero. None. Hi, Grant.
You can take over in about 5 minutes.
Best tracks I ever made. Because of these tracks, I think I could build a working track hoe. But anyway, you cannot do origami and try to do this. There's no correlation. None. There's none. Origami is folding paper. There is no such thing with paper engineering. There is no folding of paper. Everything is cut and fit. That's our Paper Army logo for Warhammer if I ever get a play. Yeah, these are probably some of the best turreted guns I ever made right here. Particle beams even are wired together so that they work. That means I know now the next time I build one of these, I can actually put lights inside of the guns.
Hey, Grant, you want to take over? Yeah. I'll still be macroing in the background. I'm just going to everything else. Mike, I'm going to turn you over to old deep voice Shrek there.
Yep. Nope, wrong size. Here it is. No, it doesn't matter. That's good enough. Okay, now. Alrighty. And all this is really is knowing how to build. I started building, my very first model kit was in 1958, I think. I built my very first model kit. It was the B-17 bomber, and I loved that. I played with it all the time. I would run around the house flying it down the hallways and stuff. And all 4 propellers, for being a 6-inch toy model, plastic model kit from Revell, it lasted many years. But as model kits go, the propellers on it were the softest part, and so the propellers started to break off and would quit working. And I could hold it in my hand, run down the hallway, and the propellers would spin. Now, this is the cool thing is, the left side propellers would spin one way and the right side propellers turn the other. Because back in the day, they made things absolutely correct with specs. Today, I don't know if they still do that or not. I haven't built a model kit in 40 years. I've been building with paper now for 17. This is my 17th year of building with just paper. And I use a lot of building techniques that I learned when I was manufacturing houses. I learned gusseting work and things like that from welding. All right, so now what I need to do is just make another one. I got to have a left and a right side on these. So that's how you do that. You just take your first piece, you make your template out of it, and then you cut your second piece to match the first one. Then all you got to do is shape it, and it's ready to glue on. Now, the reason I'm putting a bevel on the back side of these is so that they sit down on here better. And that's what it is right there. You can see that piece. Now, once you get to this size stuff, you have to have tweezers. You have to have tweezers with this because you cannot hang on to it, glue it, and then get it in place. It won't work. It's the nature of tiny. You can only work so small with your fingers, and then you have to get some assist.
What are all the tools that you use, Mike?
The tools that I use regularly, if you can afford it, this rechargeable Dremel light will save you thousands of hours of build time. You need a good pair of scissors. I got these at Wally World for 10 bucks. They're Carbo Titanium Westcott. Well, no, they're just regular titanium. Westcott titanium scissors. I was given these Fiskars. I use these more than any other scissors I've ever had. You need a good ruler. I use a scale, a steel scale from a machinist, 6-inch steel rule. 0.5 lead mechanical pencil. Because when it runs out of lead, I just put new lead in it. Elmer's glue. Got to have it. PVA also works. And you need recycled paper out of your house, out of your kitchen. Anything will work. Cracker boxes, cereal boxes, mac and cheese. Doesn't matter what kind of box it is, as long as it comes out of your kitchen. Cardboard boxes will not work. Need tweezers. Mandatory. Because these small parts, you cannot hold on to them and get them put in place. And I beveled that on the wrong side. Oh well, I don't think it's going to show. Unfortunately, I'm not in the mood to fix it. You just get some glue on there like that. And the nice thing is, if I put this on here just right, it won't show that I got the wrong side flipped over. Anyway, this is the way it goes. But there is ear gun number 2. Flip this over. This goes on here just like this. And believe me, my little Millennium Falcon that I show you guys all the time, that I drop all the time, 17 years old. It has never come apart. Elmer's glue, acrylic paint, and a mac and cheese box.
Mike, does this month represent your 17th year?
This is my 17th year. I started January 1st of 2010. Now, all of 2010, first year. 2011 started year number 2. This is what you got. These will turn just like that. That finishes this up. I don't want to add anything else to it. It's looking good. Okay, so that means now I need to start closing this stuff in. All right, so I got to go to a different photograph of this Hammerhead build because I got to start covering these sections up. Tab, Alt, there it is, right there. Nope, that's the wrong one too. Okay, well, I'm going to have to minimize you guys. Yeah, minimize that, and bring up this one here. Where is it? I think it's that one. Oh yeah, it is that one. Okay, so now what I've got is I blew this picture up. Now it shows the hammerhead flying away like this. I can see this back section in the photo really well. And what I have to do now is I have to start manufacturing the parts of this. They're going to make it look right. All right, there's...
Amazing.
What?
I honestly thought it's amazing. I honestly thought you bought a kit from a shop that you glued together.
Yeah, nope. I used to buy kits. Matter of fact, I built models for probably, well, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98. I built model kits for 40 years. Now, I'm building custom model kits out of paper. And I'm teaching people on my show how to do this. So, if you come to my phone show and you watch me do this stuff, you can actually do it too. And the cool thing is, the paper's free. You can buy this at the dollar store for $1.50 a bottle. Wally World is same, about $1. And so basically, you already have scissors at home. You probably already have a ruler and tweezers. You don't have to have good tweezers. You can use regular tweezers. And regular tweezers are good. For 10 years, I used these. Now, the last 7 years, I've been using these. These ones are really good ones. But regular tweezers, they work fantastic. And so, most everything in your home you can build with. Cardboard, you cannot build with it. You cannot do this stuff with cardboard. You have to use chipboard. And don't confuse chipboard with particle board. It's two different things. Okay, so now I see that. Okay, that's a square block. All right, so I need to build this from the chassis, this part here, up this way. And it has two upright stacks that come out of the back of here. Let's see what they are. They're like this. They're like two of these things that are sticking up like that. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna make two of these just like this to represent the stacks in the back. Now, this is the cool thing, you guys, about this stuff. I have, here, the engines, everybody. These engines have, I got to show you these engines again. Where's my battery? There it is. These engines, all right, they are LEDs. Now, the thing about these engines is you can see the grill work in there that made them look so good. All right, that is this. I got this off an old heater that I had that didn't work anymore. And I saw that grill and I went, oh man, that is so cool. That this heater, I tore this heater apart 2 years ago. I've been hanging on to this for 2 years and it finally come into play. And this is the other thing that's I'm going to show you right here.
Like someone says, unfortunately, of my stroke, I can only watch others create. So thank you very much for sharing.
Absolutely. I'm sorry you had a stroke. I've got some very close friends over the years that have had strokes. My mom was one. But anyway, that's what I used to build these engine covers and an old tail light from my mountain bike. That's where I got the amber color. Okay, so get that out of the way. Here's the deal. Paper Q-tips. Okay, I'm going to need 2 upright paper Q-tips, and then I'm going to need these side posts, these here. And I think, yeah, that means I need 2 more paper Q-tips. I made this Pepsi box, by the way, to house my Q-tips. Custom built just specifically for paper Q-tips because that way I can build with them. Now, I'll show you the easy way to get this fuzz off here. Because a lot of people, they got to try and pick the fuzz off. If you roll this in your fingers like that, take your sanding block and do this with it, what it does is it just pushes the cotton right off the stick.
Angel just joined the paper army bronze.
Oh, Angel, awesome news. Salute, Angel. Angel, this is for everybody too. You are now eligible to go to our Discord and post pictures of things you make on Discord. I don't care if you make paper roses or if you weld like GJ does. Or maybe you grow weed. It doesn't matter what it is. If you make something, you might make hot rods. Post your pictures on Discord because you now can. Only Paper Army Bronze, Silver, or Gold can go to Discord. And please,
GJ says very glad that you're using new Q-tips.
well, yes, GJ, absolutely. I couldn't save, as much as I use Q-tips, I couldn't use them in my ears and then save them. It won't work. That is kind of funny though. But yes, I think I got 750 Q-tips in a box. They come in plastic like these. And, they're 300 count. 300 count. And I think they were at the dollar store, $1.25 at the dollar store. And believe me, I bought a bunch of them. I won't need Q-tips for the rest of my life. I got enough. I think I got like 10 boxes of that stuff. 4 boxes of paper ones and like 4 boxes of plastic ones. And that's what you have to do to build these antennas or whatever the heck these things are. I don't know what they are. You'd have to go to the shipbuilder guide in Star Wars and find out what these things actually do. I don't have a guide that is up to date. My guide, the guide that I got for Star Wars shipbuilding is 1985, I think, or 6 or something. But I needed that guide so that I could help the guys build their own ships in the game I was playing.
Remember, Mr. Angel, if you need anything to be sewn, let me know. I just upgraded my sewing machine.
Wow, that is awesome news. I got a little battery-powered sewing machine because I don't use sewing very often, Angel, but thank you very much. That is amazing. Hey, Angel, I did custom upholstery and for hot rods and hot boats and bikes and things like that, and I worked furniture upholstery. I never made clothes like my grandma did, but I did a lot of other sewing. I learned how to sew when I was in the Navy. I was a parachute rigger. I had to fix parachutes, jump gear, you know, that kind of stuff. Seats for the aircraft. That's where I learned how to sew. And I worked with everything right up to a Class 7 sewing machine. Now, I don't think they have Class 7 machines anymore. I think that's something that was really old. But this thing had a nail for its needle. The needle on the sewing machine was actually this big around. It was so heavy, so strong. It sewed 7 braid nylon cord. It was for making engine covers for jet engines out of canvas. And it was so big that it could actually stitch quarters into webbing. Punch right through a quarter and stitch it right into the webbing.
It says Boy Scouts got it back into it.
Boy Scouts got what?
Miss Angel says Boy Scouts got it back into it.
Oh, that's cool. Now, this is what I got. I've got to cut these two in half. Okay. 1 hour of the show left, you guys, and I gotta go. Thank you for joining the phone show, everyone. I do my show 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Sometimes these side cutters come in darn handy. If you do not have these and you want to cut this, all you need is a pair of these toenail clippers. Toenail clippers will cut these. I did it for many years before I got the side cutters. Now, I stand them up like this so that they're absolutely flush. Can't let them slip. You can't let them slip. They have to stay flush. Because now what I'm doing is I'm sanding these ends off so that they're exactly the same length. All right, now I take the fuzzy end. This end right here is where the fuzz was, the cotton. So now I glue them. I glue these ends together because this end is going to be in the mounting bracket, and you will not see it. And then you just put that on there like that. And you hold it together for a little bit. Let the glue bond. Because it's paper. So the Elmer's glue will glue to this extremely well. Now, as you can see, this is what I'm creating. And so it's all in making your, whatever you're making, look good. And that's all it is making it as accurate as possible. If it looks good, that's as accurate as you need to make it. And I'll show you something here in just a second, you guys. Yeah. Don't know what I'm going to show you, actually. I was going to show you something, but I can't remember what it was. Doggone it. Uh-oh. See, that's not sticking together very well right now. Okay. Well, I can't afford to waste time holding on to this. Okay. These little clamps, they work so good. And you can stand them up. Yeah, right.
Anthony sent you New Year's Eve 2026.
Oh, thank you very much. And who said that? Anthony did?
So they sent you New Year's 2026.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you guys for your support. Now, I don't know. 3 of these usually do not clamp well. Oh, it stayed there. I'll be darned. Normally, they don't do that. Normally, they're going to want to shift on you. But if you get those clamps put on there just right, they'll stay put. I couldn't hear you.
The camera.
What about it?
Really high.
Well, that was not good. Yeah, okay. I don't like dropping my camera. All right, now put that on there. Let's go here, put that there. Make sure that's correct. And now we're going to try this with this other one. Come on now. God, gosh darn it. I really get disappointed when stuff doesn't function quite right.
Infidel sent you a high five for 100.
Thank you very much for the high five. Shoot. That's what I was worried about right there.
Get to hydrate.
Yeah. Hydration. Thank you. Yeah, I forget all the time. And that's something I shouldn't do. Okay, let's try this one more time. See if I can get this to stay there. Now, the yellow or the red ones are a lot heavier spring. So I'm going to try to go with this smaller spring on here and see if it won't pull this together like that other one did. Come on now. Do not snap shut. Sometimes it's very difficult to get these parts to work. All right. Now, what's going on is those clamps will keep those things stable. And once the glue dries, those parts will become just like this, very solid. All right, what else have I got? Now see, these things are going to go back here. There's 2 of them. They're going to go back on here. And I am building this back section of this hammerhead, is what I'm working on right now. I have fiber optics and stuff that I've got to deal with. But this is actually, it looks like it's a block. All right, so what I need here is I need this. And I look at the pictures, and I build off of these pictures a lot. All right, so that has to be, it has to be at this shape right here. Not enough. Ah, that's good. Yes. All right, now, that is what I need right there. Now, I have to have a port side and a starboard side. So, what I'm going to do is, because I know this piece is square, that is down, we're going to make that 1 7/8. 1 7/8, or basically 10, 18, 19 centimeters or something, millimeters, I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know metrics that well, because I was raised old school American, and that was not metric system. And this is what you have to do. You have to build every piece. And so now I've got that. Oh, and that has to go in there more. Okay, so this part wasn't far enough back. So I just start there like that, and I do it a little bit further back, just like that. Now that, as you can see, this goes all the way up to the front. That is what I needed right there. And now I need to just cut this off just like this. All right, now what I do is I just take this over here on this side and I put it over on this side and see. Well, what do you know? It matches this side as well. I happen to be pretty good with symmetry. All right, so I take the painted sides and I put the painted sides together, because what that's going to do is this template now is making a port side and a starboard side.
Your new member, Miss Angel, would like to know, how do you get the correct measurements, or is it trial and error?
Correct measurements are, since you're using recycled paper, you just get an approximate, and then you just keep trimming it down until you get a finished piece like this one. Okay, once I got that finished piece, now I know that's going to work. Okay, so now that I know that's going to work, then I make 2 of them. I make one for the port side, one for the starboard side. And because you don't have to have math, you don't need any of that stuff. This is just fabrication, ground zero fabrication. Now, paint and paint, port and starboard. I want the paint inside and the paper outside. This piece goes on here, and the other one goes on the other side over there. So, once I get that done, then I have to figure out how to cross it this way, how to get it across top, make it square, which is really actually fairly simple. I get those wires out of the way. I know this goes here like this. And so now what I do is I've got this piece right here. This is the backbone of the wiring harness for the fiber optic lights. So I grab a hold of this like so, because that's basically what I'm doing. And where's my little steel rule? There it is. And I take my little steel rule and I look at this upright like that and I measure it. It is, well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 sixteenths. 3 sixteenths less than an inch. Okay. Now we take this piece of paper over here and we go 3 sixteenths less than an inch. Right like that. Because you're fabricating things by hand, you just have to get some approximate good measurements. Once you get approximately good measurements out of this stuff, then you just start trimming everything down. Okay, now this is going across here. This piece is going to go across here. So basically this is what I've got. Now this piece goes on here like this. This starts building up the box that I need back there. Okay, now this is something that I've been doing for years and years and years and years. If you take and make a square like this, all right, now what you have to do is go diagonally across it like this. Gives you 2 triangles. All right, now these 2 triangles will create what you need to get this piece to sit on it. Now I'll let those dry just a little bit so they become tacky. Well, wipe that glue completely off of there because I don't need that much. And now I put those together and let them sit there just like that. All right, so what that's going to do is that is going to build a platform for me to put that on there. Now I'll just add some glue to this. And we stick it on here like that. All right, there, that right there is the basis to build this block that goes on here. Now the thing about these things that you're doing, as you build this stuff, you're going to, all of this mess that you got here with your fiber optics and stuff, it all disappears inside the chassis. So that when you see your build, it will look like a model kit, even though it is not. And believe me, I've been collecting clamps for literally 17 years. Now, the top of these have paper wrapped around them. Well, not paper, they're plastic, because I'm looking at a kit. But anyway, to make these look right, all I got to do is add some accent up to the top. So I'm going to go over here. I happen to have some junk mail around here somewhere. Where is my junk mail? Oh, here's some junk mail. At Department of Veterans Affairs. Don't need that. So, junk mail. Now, I know that it's graduated. So, I can't graduate this because paper doesn't work like that. But what I can do is go 1/4 inch and then 1/8 of an inch. All right, we got a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 of an inch. And then I go down to this end and I measure it 1/4 inch and an 1/8 of an inch. Now this steel rule won't go long enough, so I have this Wally World ruler. I think I paid 75 cents for this 7 years ago. And we put this on here like so. And this part of the building material, junk mail, absolutely free.
Mike, why don't you ask the people that are watching, what is the most fascinating thing they've seen so far?
That's a good idea, you guys. You heard Grant. What do you all think is the most fascinating thing that you have seen? I would love to answer the questions. That's a good one.
Man, look what I put.
Eddie, get your finger out of there. Now, since it's graduated, this 1/4 inch piece is the first one I have to use.
That's the most fascinating. GJ would like to know if you're seriously considering the smoke generator idea for the Titanic boat.
Yes, I am considering the smoke for the Titanic. Doggone it, I didn't want to. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
He wants to know what's the most fascinating build you've done.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what's the most fascinating build. I think the Hammerhead Corvette is the most interesting as far as a difficulty goes, because I've had to start building at the front, and now I'm having to build the back, and now I'm back working on the front. It's a build that is taking a tremendous amount of time to figure out just the lighting. With it being LED and fiber optics, there's so much I have to learn because I don't know how to do either one. I'm learning as I go. And so, yeah, I'd have to say it is the most fascinating build, I would say, was probably the Black Pearl. And by putting glue on here and then rolling this up like this, what I'm doing is I'm forcing the glue ahead of it. Now, there's my 2-inch mark, and it looks good. So I only need 2-inch long piece on each one of these to build this what I want to build. So that means I only need to cut 2 inches of this off, and I have the number 2 ready to go. All right. And if you, with practice, you get good enough at this that you can hold this for a little while and it will start to roll up. Uh-oh. Sometimes I get a little bit of glue residue on my fingers and then it makes it stick to my finger, and that won't work. You can't, you have to keep your hands clean. Absolutely.
You're not changing this to that show, so you don't even tell. No.
Eddie, you're live. And then you just start rolling that up, and what it does is it puts a little bead of glue, it rolls ahead of the paper. And that way you can see if you need more glue or not. Because I might need just a teeny tiny bit of it on the edges.
DJ says that he thinks it's probably the molding of the seat in the monster truck to the biggest butt.
Yeah, you know what? That GJ, that was a good thing. That was fun. And it was. And you guys, I made a monster truck for Halo Warthog monster truck. And to keep Master Chief in the seat, I molded the paper around his bum. And basically, that's what it did. All right, now, this diameter is bigger than that one because this went around this diameter, but this piece has got to go around that. But I'm still going to use the same 2 inches.
DJ says, sorry, Mike, but I know you like pushing that brain.
Yes, JG, yes, I do. Yes, GJ, I absolutely. It's one of those kind of things that I have a brain problem, you guys. It likes to make problems and solve them. And so it's just like this build. I worked with fiber optics in the Halo Warthog, but very tiny amount of it. Same way with the Star Trek Klingon Bird of Prey. This build has 10 times the fiber optics that I used on those 2 builds together.
Dynamax says you've got the same issue, except without solving problems.
Oh, with
So you said your brain creates problems and solves it. His brain creates problems, doesn't solve it.
oh, that's cool. That's cool, sweetheart. Welcome to the show. All right, now why does that keep slipping off of there? You're not supposed to move. Sometimes getting this stuff started is really a pain in the butt. But once you get it started, then it works out good. Okay, and then you just wind this up just like you did the last one. And now, what this does is, this creates the difference in your difference in your dimensions. Now the cool thing is when this dries, then I will take my Dremel sander and I will rotate this around here like that, and it will bevel that edge in and make it look like it's a custom-made piece, which it really is custom-made.
Yes, thank you, Eddie.
I could see it in Grant's eyes. He was craving a cig.
Were they glazing over?
Okay. Fun and games. Hey, you guys, if you would ever like a backstage pass to come to the green room and talk with the crew and myself and let people listen to your voice on the show, we would love to have you in the green room on a backstage pass. All you have to do is clear it with the crew, and they will get you set up so that you can come to the Zoom meeting and be in a backstage pass with us. There they are. Now those will fit together just like that.
30 minutes, Mike.
And they will be right here like this. They will be put on there just like this.
30 minutes, Mike.
30 minutes of the show left, you guys, and I gotta go. This is Hump Day. What day is it? Mike. What day is it? It's Hump Day. That means our work week is half over with. All right, now what I have to do is when these dry completely, which will be about an hour from now, then I can go ahead and start shaping the top of these so that they're not squared off like this, that they rounded off and look good. Now the ones in the picture are absolutely squared off, just like that. So it might be such a thing that I just go in there and I sand these tops absolutely level because that's the way this looks in the picture. Now I have to build something else on here too. I need to make that. I don't have to do that though. That's not mandatory. Okay, so looking at the picture of how these are mounted onto the back of the Hammerhead, I need to actually stick a plate in here to glue these two. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the back of this Hammerhead and I'm going to find out how wide this is. Okay, where does this goes here like that. Yeah. All right, let's turn that over just like that. Now they are moved out a little ways from the back of the Hammerhead, about like 1/8 of an inch. So what I need to do is I need to create a bar that runs across here that makes this stuff stick out. And that's actually fairly simple to do. All you have to do is figure out, wait, I have to figure out where this is actually going to go. All right, those are going to go just like that. All right, so now I need a mark here. All right, and then we're going to go over, wait a minute. If I mark that and then I mark this, I know when I go over here where my marks are going to be. All right, so that's where it is, right there. So now, and I want this just a little bit smaller than what it's supposed to be. So we're going to put that mark on there, and then I'm going to go inside of this. Okay, split that difference right there. And I know that that should be right about like so. There. And that is 1, 2. That is 1, 2. Right like that. Now I'm going to take a measurement across there. 3/4 of an inch. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this small stuff and I'm going to keep making it smaller until I can throw all the parts away that I can't use. I want 1/4 inch is what I want, and 1/4 inch right there, and 1/4 inch right there. That'll cut this piece down 3 times, and it'll make 3 parts for the back of this, which I think are going to be just perfect. So we cut off the short side first. That's going to be garbage eventually unless I use it for accent pieces on the armor. 1, 2, 3. These don't have to be anywhere near perfect, you guys, because these are all going to be covered up, basically. They're going to have stuff around them, on them. And the cool thing about that is, as you build with this stuff and you learn what you're doing, you can take, now I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. You see this is cut crooked? That does not matter, because now I'm going to put this piece over top of that, and this whole thing is going to go into the back of the Hammerhead Corvette. There. All I have to do is have one edge square that you're going to see. These edges you won't see. This is the edge that you will see, and because of that being absolutely perfectly square the way it is, I don't have to worry about anything with it. It'll just vanish as I build. And when you paint it, anytime you have a definition like this, when you paint that, it will show. And that just shows basically what you're doing with this. Just like that. That's where that's going to sit. Okay, so that has to be glued to that. All right, now by test fitting that, now I know that these pieces, this edge right here, is going to be at the top of that piece. And now this one is going to be at the top of that piece. Right there is the same. There you go. That is that part that I'm fabricating for the back of the Hammerhead. And this is all you do. You just continue to build things and put them together, and then you go to the next part and you build it. Now, I build strictly from pictures, not blueprints. Pictures.
100 likes, Mike.
100 likes, you guys. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you all for putting up likes. Thank you for sharing me with others and for coming to the phone show. I want to thank you all for your donations. They really do help the business out a bunch. Thank you guys also for watching my page ads. You know, I know page ads stink. All right, I got them. But what I do is, whenever I'm watching somebody I like on YouTube and a page ad comes up, I go to building something. All right, when the page ad is over, and I go back to watching whatever it was I was watching. That helps the creator a lot. All righty, now I need to do this. Okay, I need to make some more of these. I think that was 3/4 of an inch. Yes it was. No, 7/8. Okay, 7/8. Move that out of the way. And now I need 7/8 of an inch. And we're gonna have to go this way. Alrighty. Bigger pieces of chipboard and smaller pieces of chipboard. Yeah. Okay, now we got the 1/4 inch thing. 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch there. And we're gonna do that over here. 1, 2, 3. Now, this little teeny piece that I cut off here, this little piece right here, now that will make very cool accent parts and definition on something. You just glue this on anywhere. And what it does is when you paint it, it becomes part of the armor of whatever it is you're building, or part of the accent work with anything you're making. Like this. Okay, this is accent work. All of this stuff. These are lancets. These are little wood blocks that I stuck the lancets in and glued them onto the paper. These are just pieces of paper with holes punched in them.
Hi,
Mike.
Hi, Ruby. How are you?
Good.
Oh, that's good. Did you go to school today?
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's see here. Alrighty. Now, I don't want these to... I can smear the glue around, or I can just go ahead and rub these pieces together like that, and that'll smear the glue around on them evenly. Well, not perfectly evenly, but doggone it, close enough.
Mike, have you ever cut yourself with the scissors?
Absolutely not. I have never... Oh, wait a second. I did. Yes, I did one time. I was cutting a piece like this, and I got too close to my finger, and I took a little notch out of it. And you know what? When you take a little notch out of your body with these things, it makes a perfect V. Okay? I was very disappointed in myself. I was leaking. But yes, I did. I cut myself once. And if you do that once, you probably will not do it twice, because you remember that cut. Let me tell you. I know that I used 3 of these on this part. Now you can see here, look at this, you guys. Uh-oh! I showed you something and it wasn't dry. Aw. But anyway, oh yeah, and you can see it's still wet. Once this dries, you won't be able to do that. Oh, that was funny. And now I'm going to go down here, and you can see this part here. All right, now I want this to dry better, and since I just proved that it's not, I get that piece put on there. And now what we do is we go over here to my little wood drawer. I have all these little wood pieces. All right, now what I use these for is because when you put glue on paper, it's wet. And wet glue will make the paper deform really bad. Okay, and part of that deformation of your paper will be when you clamp it, the clamps will crush the paper because it's wet. So now I have this like this. And I'm just going to use these small clamps. I don't need the big ones. So I put that one there, and I put this one here. Okay, now what that is going to do, that is going to make this thing dry absolutely strong, super strong. And so anyway, that has to sit for a while because I don't want it coming apart again. I want to show you that, and I can show you that when it won't come apart. All right, now I'm looking on this. Now, this is what I'm working on right now. Oh, doggone it. This piece was drying, and I just squished it. So now I can show you what this is going to do. Oh, did I glue that on the wrong side? I sure the heck did. Oh, well, it's paper. Doesn't matter. So, this piece goes on here like this. Now, what I have to do is I have to see if it's going to fit right. It doesn't look like it wants to fit right. So that means I'm going to have to put the top on this. Where did I put those? Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, I think I cut my part up. I sure did. Oh, well. The good thing about it is it's recycled paper. I just get some more. I happen to have some right here. So, now, this is what I need to do right here. This piece is going to glue onto here just like this. All right, so what that is going to do is that is going to give me what I need for structural strength to build this block that sits right behind the Hammerhead Corvette. Now this is going to sit right in here like this. Okay? This is the build. What I'm doing right now is this part here. Now, once this dries, I'm going to be able to cope this edge out here and in here so that it will match the shape of this. Doesn't need to match much. It just has to match it a little bit so that when you put it down into place on here and glue it, it has something to glue to. Okay, so now that glues on there just like that. Wait a minute. What the heck is going on here? Ah, Well, this is the easy part about putting glue on something that isn't right. You just wipe it off on your glue pad, and then you redo it. Darn. All right, before I do that, I think I'm going to cut this down too, because I don't need it that big. Smaller pieces of paper. You just keep making them smaller and smaller. All right, now we're just going to set that piece right there. Now I make sure that these corners square up. All right, so now that I have to hold that for a little tiny bit to get it to stick. There it is. Now, what you're ending up with is this. It's basically a tabletop. Now this tabletop is going to make all of this go together and look like it's a block. All right, now this is my other side, and I went ahead and glued this up the wrong direction, so doggone it. Anyway, this will be port side, starboard side. That's how this is going to be. All right, why are you bending? Why are you out of shape? What in the world happened here? It slipped. And that's something you have to pay attention to, is anytime your paper slips, if you do not fix it, it will be out of shape and your part will not work. Why is that moving so much? It shouldn't be moving. Well, looks like I'm just going to have to hang on to this for a little bit longer. All right, put that there, put this over here. Yeah, sometimes you have to hold your parts. And the reason being, when you put Elmer's glue or any other kind of glue on paper, it is wet. And it will cause the paper to deform. And so this is part of the build process that you have to pay attention to. If you do not, your build will deform. And when it deforms, if you haven't fixed it, it makes building super hard, because now you've got to start filling in low spots, and jeez, it just becomes a lot more difficult. What, Eddie?
I was reading this.
And so,
I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? It's artistic.
artistic, I've been doing good. This is the part. You saw me clamp this down. Right? Well, in about 10 minutes or so, this will be ready to pull out of here. This is the part of the accent work that all goes on your builds. Everything you build has accent pieces. Sometimes they're just artistic, sometimes they're functional. All right, now that's staying put. I don't want to bump that. Okay.
Really? Mike, you got about 10 minutes left. You want to read?
Yeah, I'd love to read.
Too bad.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Howdy, Paper Army. Thanks for coming. Hi, Rocket. How you doing? I'm in America, over on Washington State. And I don't know if you're asking me that or not. Minnie, why, Minnie? No sleep next week? What, do you got final exams or something coming on? Robotics. Oh, wow. Well, that's awesome news, Minnie. Hi, Thomas. You're worth $10? Dang. That's not going to get you very far. That's like half a McDonald's meal. Ah, nice. Well, Thomas is a high-class corner handler, Eddie. Oh, May and June? Okay. That's nice. Rocket, the air's thin up there? What are you, skydiving or something, Rocket? My name is Michael, the paper engineer. Thank you. Oh, somebody's in the shop. The lights just came on. Hi, Lori. I'm on the show. Bionic Mike. Thanks, Eddie. Hey, you guys. The back of boxes like this, they have perfect lines on them that are factory made. So if you need to measure something, all you got to do is like cut on one line like that and then go down and cut on another line. Now see, the thing is, I need this wide. Well, that is right on that cholesterol. And so I cut the cholesterol off, and now I got this line right here. I want square. And so all I have to do is cut that line out, and now I have a square piece. Very simple ways of doing stuff. Well, Dee, if you got sleep last night because of me, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
That's not even what he meant, Mike.
That's not what he meant? Oh, that's too bad. Sorry, Dee. I didn't know you were brain deficient. And it wasn't quite right, so I just trim it a tiny bit like that. And now it is. All right. And so I need this length right here. And so now I cut this off this way. Uh-oh, where was that? Oh, it was that one. Okay. And now I do this diagonally. Brain deficient? Unfortunately, Julian, there are a lot of that in the world today. And we try to fix that in this show, but it doesn't always work. And now these triangles go on here like this. I'm 72 years old. I've been studying my whole life. My dad had me picking up rocks and putting it in wheelbarrows because that's all I could do at 3 years old. And so I've been working basically my entire life. Rocket, that's good. Grant, I didn't know that. Yes, Julian. Yeah, brain deficiency, that's well, he might have a brain, but it's not working very well. Eddie, at Harvard, I was teaching paper engineering. I wasn't learning it there. I was teaching it there. Well, welcome to the show, Lily. Very nice to meet you. You caught the end of the show. Now, Lily, I will be back tomorrow, basically 2 hours earlier than right now. I did not, Eddie. You built it. Come on. Don't be giving away your secrets like that. Rocket? Absolutely, we can do that. Hey, you guys, we have a thing here at the phone show that I do. It's just one of those kind of crazy things that developed over the time that I've been doing this. Anyway, what we've got here is, get your hot tamales here, everybody. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, hot tamales. You know, you get them off the grill. Oh, that's right. They put them on the barbie. Hot tamales. Yeah, you can get them out of a frying pan, too. The cool thing is, if you drop them on the floor, don't throw them away. Just pick them up, unwrap the corn skin, and eat the tamale. Oh, they're good. And if you got a sweet tooth, you guys, hot tamales are candy. Thank you for joining the phone show. We got 5 minutes of the show left, you guys, and I gotta go. Now, basically, what I've been doing is building parts for you. These are all, I'm getting to the point where I have to start building accent parts. Now, let's try this again. As strong as this is, the whole build is that strong.
Yeah. You better not think that is mine.
Thank you guys for being here. Because believe it or not, I might be the talking head of this show, but you all make the show. Thank you for sharing me with others and for putting up likes. And thank you guys also, I need some agua, for following me. Thank you for the floating heart.
That was Robin.
Thanks, Amari. Mystic, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm sorry you caught the end of it. Okay, now put that on there, just like that. Mystic, I've been doing very good. We're closing in on 100K followers here, and thank you all for helping with that. And so, right now what I'm working on, Mystic, is I'm building a Hammerhead Corvette from Star Wars. I've got it crashing into a Star Destroyer. This is the engines for it. And this is a very, very cool build. Fun indeed. RT? I did not know. Oh, thank you, Rocket. First donation of the day. Thank you, Rocket, very much. 2 minutes of the show left, you guys. It is looking amazing. And here's the cool thing about it. All right. This goes on here. It does look really good. It's going to be awesome, you guys. Everything is lit up. Have I got my battery around here somewhere? There it is. Yeah. Recycled rocket thrusters. So, it's coming together. All y'all have been watching this since the beginning. It's made quite a difference. It does, Mystic. Mystic, if you're following me, set up notifications. I'll be live tomorrow 2 hours earlier. It's the end of the show, you guys. It means I got to go. I got all kinds of stuff to do. I will be building for the next 5 hours while you don't see me. I'll be building on this. And so, let's remember, everybody, the power of the spoken word. Very important. We need to change this world. We can change it with our words. Believe in them. Have faith. And it doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter where you are. No, does not matter who you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. And it doesn't matter what religion you are either. We all live on the third rock from the sun. That makes us human beings. How about if we start being better human beings and quit picking on other human beings because their mom and dad are born on the wrong side of the country, they're a different color? It doesn't matter that, you guys. We're human beings. Let's start acting like it. Take care, Paper Army. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 hours earlier. Have a great evening.